Hey everybody. Yeah, sweet. Back at you. We've been doing a lot of stuff with systems. And the last thing we kind of want to talk about is what would these word problem ones look like and how can you set them up to solve them? So there's really two kind of styles that I want to show you. I don't think either of them are really that bad. And then we'll kind of talk about solving them as well. But the first type that I have here are typically ones that are going to be like slope intercept form. So we have here Blage wants to buy t-shirts for his track team. Company A sells shirts for $7 each and has a shipping cost of $15. Company B sells shirts for $9 each and a shipping cost of $5. So we're kind of looking for that point when these are equal. So we can see, depending on how many shirts I want to buy, would company A be better or would company B be better? So what I'm going to do while I'm working on these is I'm basically going to write these equations out. So for company A here, it's $7 each shirt and a shipping cost of 15. So this is like one time. This is each shirt. So back in slope intercept form, we learned that our slope is the one that keeps happening. Our shipping cost here would be a one-time fee. So y equals 7x plus 15, that's going to represent this company. And it's not going to tell you straight off like, hey, this one's slope intercept form. But you just need to get better at that, at seeing an equation, or I'm sorry, seeing a problem and saying, can I represent this in slope intercept form, right? So in this case, absolutely we can because we have a slope, we have a y-intercept. Then company B is going to be very much the same way. We have $9 each for the shirt and a shipping cost of $5. So for company B, $9 is their slope, but their shipping cost is only $5. So, setting up the equation, I think that's the part where, like you guys are going to be confused at and stuff like that. If it's one of these that's just slope intercept form, it's really not that bad. Look for your slope, look for your y-intercept. Which one tells you a change? That's your slope. Which one talks about an initial value, a starting point? That's always your y-intercept. And then from there, you can kind of use whatever method that you like the best. It doesn't really matter. I would probably substitute. I'd put this in for y. So 7x plus 15 equals 9x plus 5. Subtract 7x from both sides. It's going to be 2x plus 5 minus 5 from both sides. And then divide by 2. So it looks like x equals 5. After 5 shirts, they're going to be the exact same cost. It looks like if we plugged 5 back in, 7 times 5 is 35 plus 15 is going to be $50. So if I order 5 shirts from both of them, they're going to be $50. That's when they'd be even. After that, the cheaper shirt, right? This one only costs $7 per shirt. That's going to be the better deal. So if I want to order more than 5, I should go with company A here. If I want to order less than 5, company B is going to be a better deal for me. Okay? So that's kind of the idea there. I just want to show you a couple different things, and then we'll rock and roll through this thing, all right? So let's say a barn has 20 animals. Uh, 20, let's not say animals, let's say 20 goats and chickens. Okay, sure. If you know anything about me, I don't know anything about farms or barns or goats or chickens, only that chicken is delicious. So, 20 goats or chickens. Yeah, Cool. 40. Yeah. So 50. Okay. There are a total of 64 legs in the barn. How many goats and chickens? Cool. So, again, this is one kind of slow intercept for me. But we want to kind of set up an equation. This is going to be a good mix of the two that I want to show you. So we have a barn with 20 goats and chickens. We don't know how many of each one there are, but we know that there are a total of 64 legs. So this is going to be an example of the second type, and that's one that we would write in standard form is what it's called. Basically, you make one of your variables x, you make one of your variables y, and they're going to give you two pieces of information that's enough to set up an equation. So for example here, let's say goats are x and chickens are y. I know that if I add up my goats and chickens, there's 20 total. So the first equation I'm going to write is x plus y equals 20. Then I know that there's 64 legs. So this part's a little bit trickier. But how many legs do goats have? They have 4, so we're going to go 4x. 4 legs per goat. Chickens have 2 legs per chicken. And we know that that means that there are going to be 64 total legs. So there is going to be our system here, right? We have our two equations that we need. This is going to be enough pieces of information for us to actually solve for x and for y. Again, you can solve using your favorite method, but I think the setup part is what I'm worried about for you guys. We know the goats and chickens, and then we know these two pieces of information. There's 20, so that's a total equation, and then the legs, we had to add the 4 legs and the 2 legs. I would probably just multiply the top and then eliminate. Looks set up for that, right? So maybe multiply by 2. Negative 2, so we can add. So negative 2x, negative 2y equals negative 20, negative 40. 4x plus negative 2x is 2x. 2y plus negative 2y is 0. 64 plus negative 40 is 24. And when I divide by 2, I find out that there were 12 goats in that barn. And then this one's pretty easy. 12 plus something equals 20. Well, that's got to be 8, right? So there's 12 goats, 8 chickens. That's kind of the setup there. Cool. I just want to do one more kind of like that because I think you guys have never seen ones like that before. So let's go to the movies. You remember going to the movies? That's a thing. The cost of 3 adult tickets and 4 kids tickets the cost is it's probably a lot. 7 tickets, right? We'll say $84.50. The cost of 2 adult and 2 kids is we'll say $46. How much is each ticket? right? So, let's focus on the writing of the equation part, because that's what I'm worried about for you guys, right? So usually we have two pieces of information. So this time they give us two sentences. Again, it's going to be like that second example where we're just going to make adult tickets X and we're going to make kids tickets Y. So 3 adult plus 4 kids is going to give me my grand total of $84.50. And then if we look at the second sentence, 2 adult plus 2 kids is $46. So there's my two equations. That's all I need, right? I just need two equations. I have no idea if that's going to turn out nice because I just, randomly came up with those prices. But the setting it up part is, I think, the most important part here, right? So let's say we, I guess we can multiply the bottom, right? Let's make it 4. Let's go -2. So that's going to be negative 4x. That's going to be negative 4y. That's going to be something. 80, negative 90. Two, yeah. I was just looking ahead. And then we can add them. So these two. Add together. 3x plus negative 4x is negative 1x. 4y plus negative 4y, there's my 0. Let's see. 84.50 plus negative 92 would be negative 7.50. And if I divide by negative 1, we can see that an adult ticket is $7.50. I feel like this is going to come out weird, and adult tickets are more than kids tickets, but that's okay, because all we really cared about was setting up the equation. So, and then if you want to plug it back in, probably the second one looks like the easiest. 2 times 750 plus 2 times y equals 46. That's going to be $15. Minus 15 from both sides. 2y equals 31. And divide by 2. And a kid's ticket is going to cost you $15.50. So you might want to leave your kids at home, because apparently it is cheaper for adult night at the old movie theater. So, all right, that's 3 examples of looking at something, setting up the equations, and then using whatever method you want to solve from there, okay? The practice, don't expect a bunch of these on your test. I just want you to be able to see this, because it definitely will be on your air test. So if you want to, be able to see that so you know how to set it up and go from there. All right, good practice. Test is coming up. It's going to be next Thursday, it looks like. So if you guys need any help, if you're wondering about stuff, let me know. I can help you guys out. Okay, later.